Hey YouTube, hey, I don't post too many videos, but I figure this is a bike that there's a few good videos on it, but there needs to be maybe a little more information on this model. So this is a 2000 Buell M2 Cyclone. My background, I've owned probably 30 bikes from GS's, CBRs, ZRXs, vintage Kawasaki's, so mostly Japanese bikes, but this one's a little bit different. It's a good bike. I like it a lot. It's unique. But I just want to go over kind of some of the things to look for on these, because they need kind of a handy wrench. Obviously you need your tools, but you can make these into good bikes. So just starting at the front, I'll be brief. These are cartridge forks, conventional cartridge forks. I redid the springs on the forks. It does have a billet, an older PM front caliper that I put on. Just because the other one froze up. So they used Tokikos, I think is what they're called, stock. So, but to get into the nitty gritty of it, on these bikes, this front motor mount is cast stock. Those are problematic. They tend to break. It's also missing this link right here. The M2s don't have that, so that's easy to put on. That kind of helps shore up the front. Up here you won't be able to see it, but there's the stencil. Let's see if I can get this to focus. The stencil link is up here. The stencil link it'll link the front motor mount to the back of the frame, so that basically helps to triangulate this area here. If this breaks, you're toast. Your engine will fall out, pretty much. So that's an important thing for reliability. Also, there's videos on that scary loose on the belt, so it doesn't break. Right, scary loose. It's fine. I put a lithium iron battery in it. I have from Twin Cycles another lens. I have the billet brake lever. It has the updated shock. It has the force winder. Nick sent me the scumbag cover along with the mesh one, which I have under the seat. I was just trailering this, so I leave the cover on. I also made the Dremel mod. What you want to do is open this area up inside, so you get a clean airflow into one of the orifices that helps meter the fuel. I added the tachometer. Let's see, on this side, so the stock shifter, they call it the boomerang shifter. I don't think it's very good. It's functional, but it's made of like pot metal. And this is also from Twin Cycles. This is a very precise shifter compared to stock. And you can find neutral at the lights. It also has the Vance & Hines. It has the jet kit on it. The Spurgeon oil cooler. I'm in a hot environment, so this helps out quite a bit. So yeah, the bike, just running impressions of it. It's an unbalanced 45-degree V-twin. The engine has its roots probably to the first Sportster and into the 1940s, this type of engine. You know, the Harley small twins. It's just a hopped up Sportster engine. You know, probably puts down 80 to 85 horsepower to the road. Very high torque off idle. It's not revvy like a Japanese bike. It has an aggressive steering geometry. I think the rake on this is 24.5 degrees. So it's, you know, if you're used to something in the 27s, it's, you know, it's a bit different feel. Handling is good. I wouldn't say great. It's very good. But it's just a fun bike to ride. Just remember, it will vibrate. As you put those links in the front, it'll make it vibrate even more. So what I did was I installed some bar ends to kind of help it a little bit, and foam over grips. That seems to squash it, some of the vibrations. But not bad. I'm not looking to make it smooth, but it helps you put more miles on it with less fatigue. So I think that's it. So yeah, I like the bike. I'm going to hold on to this one. even with the parts availability. I think the engine is pretty much standard Buell. Plastics and things like that, I've seen those online, so maybe I think the clutch cable may be a problem. But yeah, I think there's enough parts out there, and I don't think I will be replacing much. But what I like about it also, I like the carburetor. It uses a single carb, no fuel injection, and I can do carbs. Not too bad. So yeah, if you have any questions, leave me some comments. I know a lot of people that ride Japanese are very mixed on these bikes, but if you already had all the Japanese bikes, UJM, sport bikes, or whatever, this is something different, and it's pretty cool. So if you're just kind of like a variety in your motorcycling, this is definitely would be the equivalent of like a 1969 Chevelle, just say. It's not much over 120, but it'll give you a good ride up to 100, 120. Good torquey, strong power delivery. It just doesn't have the RPMs to, you see the red line is 7,000. So, you know, if it had a higher red line or it had a 6-gear deep overdrive, it would probably pull up to 150 miles an hour. But with the lack of wind protection, you wouldn't want to go that fast anyway. So, for cruising around town and for light touring, very nice bike. Thanks, everyone.